long.
Cause we crazy like him. He a realist.
Yeah, it is crazy like him. Dang, I didn't even
I
hook up my
understand that.
my speaker. Oh, I got to tell. Let me go get my book first. Let me put some ice in my cup so that I can make me
That champagne the reason why you sleep on next to the bed.
girl. Yeah. Hey Kiki.
What you got
Hey
in there?
Sedan 91. Pop.
Oh,
You
mama.
say first love. Mother love. What's going on? There goes Sassy. Hey there, love. How you doing? I see the streets is going crazy. What's up, Nicole? What's up? What's up? What's up? Are y'all ready to get back to work Monday? We are here. Y'all know what tonight is. I was supposed to be on here at 7. But I was taking care of business and stuff online. And we was watching this David Chappelle show, and Dave Chappelle was
Comedy.
talking about I got a comedy.
Netflix comedy.
Ring with a hug. I definitely need it tonight. You need it? Ooh, give you a big old hug and some mwah, 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 and some kisses too, honey. We gonna ring for a kiss and we gonna ring for a hug. You know I got you here. I got you here. And salute. I'm playing a game called Be a Shock. I'm nervous. I don't like first person's games. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow is Monday. It's Monday. We got to go back to work tomorrow. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you to the cloud people. Thank you to the bush people. And thank you, Slithers. Welcome, 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 welcome in, y'all. Welcome. Oh, don't talk about Monday. It's just made me tired. Try to enjoy this Sunday off. I know, Kiki. Hey, King Leak. I hate Monday classes. Tell me about. I hate Monday classes, Monday work. Just you just wanted to start on a Tuesday because when
You
it
got a
starts on a
case of the
Tuesday, it's in
Mondays?
that. Yeah, we got a case of the Mondays, the blues Mondays.
I
That's what
got
we
that
got a
off the
case of.
office.
We got a case of the Mondays. I ordered. We gonna have a book club. We are going to have a book club. And those of you that want to be a part of it and want to talk about, hey, Smile Phone, hello, host and chat, number one love. Mwah. Those that want to be a part of it, I'm going to tell you what book to order. They got it on Amazon. I ordered mine, and it's great. I got to Rutgers, by the way. Whoa, King Leaks. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all
God
know,
is
honey,
good.
we'll do it. Okay, God is good.
All
God
the
is bad.
time.
God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is good. Y'all know, Sydney's still here. She's still here, y'all. That's why y'all hear all that energy. Let me get it. Oh, my banana, girl. Let me get my banana.
Which
Let me
one you
get my
gonna make
banana.
wigs on there? Tell them I need me a wig. A blonde, cute wig.
A blonde, cute wig.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, Sydney says she need her a blonde, cute wig.
Mm-hmm.
I got stuff all over. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay. So, the book is, sorry, y'all don't know what's going on.
Her business cards look like a credit card. That's
Um,
good.
Iceberg Slim. And Iceberg Slim is the old Chi-Town pimp. So there's a book. If you watch Dave Chappelle and watch Dave Chappelle comedy show, The Bird Revelations. Dave Chappelle, The Bird Revelation, and you'll find out about Iceberg. So there's a book, and the book is on Amazon, and I'm pretty sure you can go to whatever stores to get it or whatever. The book is called Pimp. Pimp by Iceberg Slim. Get that book. My book is coming tomorrow. Hopefully it'll get here and Amazon ain't messing around with me. When it get here, I'm gonna share it with you guys, and we are gonna talk about the hustle game of Chicago. Honey, how they used to get Iceberg Slim was a cold pimp. And Dave Chappelle talked about how he was asking questions. If do you know about bottom bitch? Do you know what a bottom bitch is? Do anybody on here know what a bottom bitch is? I'm gonna give you a moment. I'm gonna give you a moment. We know you know. Do you know what when a pimp say my bottom bitch? Do you know what the bottom bitch is? Do you know what that means? Do you know the name of it and everything? He asked somebody and they told, come on, mother love, tell us what the bottom bitch is. Short or long, wheel, curly or straight. Benny, Kiki said, do you want it short, long, curly or straight?
Oh, baby, long. And
She
a little
wanted
bit of
long.
curls.
Kiki says, nope, we're
be-
going to explain it to you.
I
She
want
said
to be
you want
natural.
the wig short, long, curly or straight.
Long.
You want it long?
Mm-hmm.
And you want it black? We back, y'all. It
Sorry.
is the storm. We got a storm out here in Chicago, so acting.
20 or 18.
18, 20 inches, she said. 18 inches.
And y'all, this story she about to tell y'all about is so good. It's a really good story. Listen.
So we back to Love says she knows what Mother Love 87 says she knows what the bottom bitch is. So I'm gonna tell you guys that don't know. Dave Chappelle was asking some of the people in the audience, and he picked out the guy in the front, and he said, do you know what a bottom bitch is? And the guy said, yeah, I know what a bottom bitch is. A bottom bitch is the pimp's top hoe. She is the hoe that brings in the most money. She is the hoe that get the other hoes in check. You understand? She makes sure that the other hoes look good, smell good, feel good, got that money coming and everything. So that is what a bottom bitch is in the whole game, in the pimp game. Now, regularly, some of you always be thinking, bottom bitch, that hoe ain't got shit. A bottom bitch, she ain't a raggedy hoe. No, the bottom bitch is the top hoe. You understand me? Another question was, he asked, hoe mileage. Do any of you all know what hoe mileage is? See, I'm an old school. These are old school terms that Iceberg Slim used, and that's in his book. He put a lot of hoe terms that's in here. Do anybody know? Let me know. I do one, whatever. Do you know? Hey, Empress. I don't know. This storm is acting crazy. Yeah, it's on. It is on. It's just a storm. So again, I asked the question, do you know what mileage is? A female who calls all the shots, she's in charge. And you said in change, but you're right. She's in charge. Mother love, you're right. That's the bottom hoe. Bottom hoe is the top, she the top broad, the top hoe that bring in all the money, and she's the one in charge. She is. So you're right. She calls all the shots except for over the pimp. Now, Mother Love, do you all know what hoe mileage is? Anybody out there know what hoe mileage is? You know what hoe mileage is? Because I'm going to tell you. Miss Gina going to tell you what hoe mileage is. Come on now. This the time. Look, you didn't want to cash app or super chat Miss Gina any other time. Tonight, with this bedtime talk, this chit chat, you gonna want to chit chat here. Purple Queen say, I know, you know what it is, Purple Queen. Okay, what is it? What's hoe mileage, girl? What's hoe mileage, Purple Queen? Come on now, come on. This is gonna be some good conversation, y'all. We know you know what it is, CC. Bell Productions say, I heard of it. I know you heard of it. You from Chicago. You bet heard of it. You know who Iceberg Slim is. You know who Pretty Tony is. These is all pimps that originated in Chicago. Who know Bishop Don Juan? You better know Bishop Don Juan. Come on now, all about the green. How long you been in the business? How long I been in what business? I'm from the Shy, honey. I'm all business. I'm all business. I've been in the entertainment business for over 20 years, period. Just look on my front page. I've been on several TV shows and all that kind of stuff. It's all the same thing. It's all the same lick. Now, I don't know if you was trying to be disrespectful or anything like that, but if you want to ask me, because this is Q&A. So this Purple Queen, if you want to straight out and ask me, have I ever been a hoe? Just straight out and ask me that question, baby. Don't fool around, because you didn't ask the question at hand that I asked. You didn't answer the question at hand that I asked, but you hold your hand up. You asked the question with a question. That's what you did. And I was waiting on you to answer my second question. That's where we was getting to that. My second question was, oh, okay, because your hands came up at the same time I asked that question. I apologize. I apologize. So let me get back. Whole knowledge is when a pimp looks at a pretty broad, when a pimp looks at any broad he wants, if he's walking on the strip or he's out somewhere, bitch, and say she got 500 fucks in her. She got 1,000 fucks in her. She got 5 fucks in her, maybe 25 fucks in her. That is what whole knowledge is. That means how long a hoe can be a hoe before she burnt out. That's what whole knowledge is. So Iceberg Slim talks about all of this in his book. And that's why I'm saying if you want to be in the book club and you want to read about, great book. It's a great book. If you want to know more about it and the situation, watch Dave Chappelle, The Bird Revelation. What is you doing?
Oh my God.
What you do?
I don't know what just happened.
Neither, but you sound like you're drowning in there. So Dave Chappelle on his one of his comedy shows, The Bird Revelation, talks about the pimp Iceberg Slim. And he's actually promoting his book. So he's telling everybody to get the book. When me and my daughter was watching, my daughter mentioned to me, she was like, Mom, did you see that Dave Chappelle's piece about when he was talking about the pimp? And I'm like, no. And I hadn't seen it. And she was like, let's watch it right now. He educating. He is, y'all know I'm all for educating. I'm all for telling people that they don't know, talking about stuff that we don't normally talk about, which is this is what this is right now. And so it is going to just get you, when you listen to Dave Chappelle, the Bird Revelation, I'm reading it. When you listen to that, you're going to want to get the book. You're going to want to read the book because you're going to want to know more about this guy's life. You see what I'm saying? So I thought, my daughter said, Mom, that would be y'all should do a book club. That will be a good book to talk about and to discuss. And I was like, you're right. You're right. We're gonna discuss that. We're gonna talk about those that read the book or those that want to read it online or whatever. We're gonna talk about that. Today, I told Sunday, the new Sunday show is about questions and answers. Whatever questions you got, nobody emailed me any questions, so I didn't have any questions to bring out because no one emailed me any. If you had emailed me some questions, I would have read them in private, and then I would have. Oh, my phone is just going dead. Queen, you smashed that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't even realize that this phone had. I don't know why my Come on. I don't know. I don't know why it's going out. I apologize. I'm assuming because of the snowstorm and everything we got, and the signal was just messed up, and that's going in and out. Cause they said we supposed to get like 7 to 8 inches out here, and so it's been storming and it's been acting like crazy, like literally all day. I was out in the storm, and where's everybody? Smileful, they are all in the mess, honey. It's so much mess going on YouTube, and everybody is live, and everybody is going to do everybody's thing. So that's where everybody is at. But we over here, we got 13 in the big. We good. We good. We good over here. Great conversation. Um, this is Dave Chappelle is the man. I've been watching him literally all night. We've been watching him. He is the man, honey. He is about, I love because everything he talks about his life, and he's 100% honest. He talked about a little bit about why. See, you got to be real smart or real stupid to walk away from $50 million. Yes, Kiki, he is hilarious. And he talked about how smart he was, how that was the best thing that he's ever done. Because guess what? All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. All money is not worth doing certain things for. Sometimes we got to do things that we don't want to do. We have to take jobs that we don't want to take. And this is another reasons why I cannot stand when people will talk about the person that work at McDonald's, talk about the person that's sweeping floors, cleaning toilets, and then they'll talk about those women that do adult entertainment, that's in the adult entertainment business. You automatically a hoe. Do you know how many people from the adult entertainment business that after they've finished college, they've had no debt? Do y'all think about that? There is many women that have used their bodies, their boobs, their wow, graduated from school, they had no debt. My daughter right now, who's an airline stewardess, got debt up the wazoo. You know why? Because she went to school, she graduated from college. She got her bachelor's, she got her master's. She graduated summa cum laude. And you know what she's doing in the field that she got those? Nothing. She's an airline stewardess. She's an airline stewardess. And she complains to me all the time, Ma, I have nothing for nothing. I have no money for. She was so happy when I gave her $100 and I took. Remember when we went to Trader Joe's and we was shopping? She was so happy that I took her and went, because the school debt has had her suffering. The school debt has had her suffering, and that's a horrible place to be. As when you're a single young person, you don't have any children, you don't have any family, you don't have anything, and you have to pick and choose what food to put in your house, if you're gonna buy food, where to go, or whatever, because you got a pile of debt. And us as a society and as a generation, we talk about the women that jobs normally that you may not take, I may not take, my daughter may not take, somebody, but somebody is taking them, because at the end of the day, they have no debt. They have great credit. They're doing what they have to do and doing what they need so that they can get better and do better, because they know better. And these are the women that get the backlash and get talked about. Got to go. Hubby just started a disagreement. Got to clear up this up. Sorry, I will come back to. Honey, go. Yes, go take care of that. Your husband is more important than this YouTube. This YouTube ain't. It ain't worth shit. It ain't shit. When it comes to your family and your friends, you go take care of that. You go take care of that. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing, love? So it bugs me. It makes me pause when you get these women up here that act more of a whore than anybody, but they always calling somebody else a whore for doing a legit job. A legit job. It's a legit job to strip. Women that strips, they file taxes on that shit. If you can file taxes, honey, hoeing in some places is legit, okay? They file taxes on hoeing, depending on where you going. Foot fetishes. If you do foot massages, if you do body massages, if you do, what is the problem? I don't see what the problem is. I don't understand what the problem is if that is a legitimate job that you're doing. A lot of these folks sit on here on YouTube all day waiting for a check that comes once a month. Once a month. And if you don't make that $100 threshold, you ain't even getting that. Hell, I didn't make it last month. I didn't get that little $88 that I made. That was made was $88. I didn't get that. You know why? Because I didn't meet the threshold. So when you don't meet the threshold, you got to wait another whole month. But I don't harp on that. I don't worry about that. You know why? Because I got a legitimate job that I get up off my ass and go to every day. These folks sit around here beefing for $1. Like in the click. They not uplifting anyone. They're not trying to educate anyone. They're not trying to help anyone. They're not trying to console anyone. They don't show love to anyone or nothing. They don't support. We going to start supporting our own people. When are we going to start doing that? When are we going to start giving them credit where credit is due? When are we going to start doing that? So now, anyway, we've been on here 25 minutes. So we all been here 30 minutes. I'm only going to be on here an hour. So you got 30 more minutes, 35 minutes for us to chit chat. Now the floor is open for any and all. So if you want to drop out the clouds, if you want to drop out the bushes, roll on out the bushes and ask the queen a question, ask me. That don't mean I'm going to answer everything that you ask. I just tell you, no, I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to be upfront. I'm going to be direct. And I'm going to let you know if I'm going to answer it or not. Most of the time, for the most part, I do answer it. It is what it is. Conversation, and I got my drink. So anybody that has a question, even if you're going through something, and you have a question and you want to know, well, Miss Gina, if you were going through this, what would you do? Or how would you handle it? Ask me. This is the time. The floor is open. Making sure all the messages are visible. The floor is open, and come on and drop your questions down. You still have to make certain requirements after you monetize. That's true. Yep. After you monetize, you still have to meet certain requirements. That's true. Yes. I have a surprise for you, Miss Gina in the Queendom. All right. What is the surprise? We love it. What is the surprise? We waiting for it. Cassandra said, hope everyone had a great weekend. I think my weekend was lovely because my daughter came to visit and everything. And we just had a great weekend. Me, her, and the kids. And God is good. And so, just spending times with my children, that just makes my day. My mom talks a lot about you, Cassandra. Hello. Oh, all right, honey. She loves her some Cassandra. We do. We love surprise. We love good surprises. Let's put an emphasis on that, Cassandra. We don't love all surprises, but we love good surprises. All right, you guys. Questions. She gets out tomorrow. Oh, that's That's a great surprise. That's wonderful. God bless her. God bless her. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And this time, tell her, no matter what, hold it back, because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You do what you got to do. You ask God for help and support, but it ain't. Sometimes with some people, you just got to walk away. You got to choose to bite your tongue and walk away. Mother Love said, I'm back. I'm sorry. My back is hurting and I'm laying on the floor. Girl, go lay down. Take you some medicine, Mother Love, and go lay down. How sweet. Much love to your mom. Always, sweetheart hugs. Yes, I love my sis T Love. She's in my prayers. She's in all of our prayers, most definitely. Only in all our prayers. We love us some T Love. I miss my scriptures. I so love her sending the scriptures and just being positive. See, she would have been the one that I would have thought would calm somebody else down. Would let somebody else know. Um, don't do that. Don't do, such and such, such and such. Dang, everything just popping in now. Okay, I'm waiting for your questions. No questions from anybody. Nobody has a question. Not one question. Nobody has. This is Q&A. Don't be afraid. We family over here. Ask your questions. She don't belong in that hellhole. She needs to get exactly. She definitely does not belong there. Definitely. That's for sure. I try not to miss your live. You help me every time I hear your live. Thank you, Mother Love. I appreciate that. So I'm a type of nobody's answered a question or asked the question. You could type your question in the chat. Now that I got my other phone working. First, let me drop my Cash App here. In case anybody feel like throwing the queen a blessing. We gonna do that. So I'm gonna put the question. No, the first question. Since nobody else has a question, I'm gonna put the first question. Number one. Number one. Okay, I'm gonna drop it in. Would you help someone? All right, y'all. Here's my first question, and anybody can answer this question. Everybody can answer it. This will just give you an idea of the questions that I'm saying you guys can ask me. This is Q&A. So just put question number one, and let's wait and see. Wait till it pops up. Did it pop up yet? Let's see here. Okay, there it goes. I think it went through. Cannot obtain current. Question one. Yes, I sure would. You would, Cassandra? You said yes, you sure would. Okay, can you tell us why? Can you tell us why? Can you give us, I don't just want like a yes or no answer question. We don't not just a yes or no answer. I want you to be a full sentence. Anybody that's gonna, when we mention the questions and stuff, answer in not complete sentences. So, okay, Kiki said it depends. Cassandra says she would. You would, and why? Why would you? And then Kiki, you tell us, why does it depend? What would it depend on? Like, I'm not talking about somebody like somebody that punched you or hurt a member of your family. So I'm talking about, like, let's just say like YouTube. Somebody was that's just drama filled, and they might just talked about you or shaded you, and you grew to the point that you can't stand this person, but you found out that that person was in need of whatever, food, clothing, maybe just some conversation. Would you extend an arm to them? Would you help? Now, Kiki said depends. Cassandra said yes. I want to know why. Belle said, how was like being in front of a production team? How was it like being in front of a production team? I had fun. I love being in front of a production team. Cassandra said, I would, because we are all brothers and sisters and we never know when we might need help. And I would want and hope someone that didn't like me would help me and still, if you really needed it. I get that. That I get. I understand that. Mother Love said, yes, I would, because everyone needs help and everyone needs someone to be there for them no matter what happened between me and a person. Now, I'm going to answer that question. And I agree with Kiki when Kiki said, yes, it depends, because we got to grow a lot. I'm going to speak on my sister's murder. My sister was murdered by two individuals, a woman and a guy. They caught the woman because the woman went and signed herself in a mental institution. All up and down from her hands, all up and down her arms were bite marks of my sister, because my sister was fighting for her life and she was biting this woman and she was doing everything. The woman now wants sympathy. Now she's feeling bad. She wants remorse. If you ask me, would I help her and would I forgive her at this point in time? Hell no. I ask God to soften my heart, but I'm not at that place right now to help her. So I understand when Kiki say it depends. Hi, sunshine. I get it when she say it depends. And I have a loving, giving heart, forgiving heart. I ask God all the time to soften my heart. The guy that ran off and they still have not found him. Would I forgive him? Would I help him if he was at his last dying? If he was on fire, I would not spit on him, because I'm not at that place right now. So I get it when Cassandra say it depends. I would have to say, yep, it depends. If we're talking about somebody like, let's say, VS, who we know is a keyboard bully, and behind that keyboard, I won't say she made my life a living hell, because she did. She just said some things that I was pissed off about and didn't like and upset about. But have I forgiven her? Yes, I have forgiven her. If she needed, the two weights that's on the scale are different. One, she didn't murder anybody, she didn't what she did, the things that she did to me did not have an effect on my life. Did it make us uncomfortable? Yes, it made us uncomfortable. It did have a setback and things like that, but it wasn't detrimental to us. So if I was to see her in dire need and needed help, I think at this point in my life right now, I would extend a hand and I would help her. So other people that wouldn't, I get it. Kiki says, Cassandra said, I understand that, Mama Gina. Thank you, love. Because if helping them and then still talk shit, so I know they wouldn't help me. Been there, done that. But if I don't know you, then yeah, I forgive all the time. It just depends on the situation. I get that. And I have been there too. And you know what? For the most part, Kiki, I don't know if you're talking about family, but I'm talking about my blood, honey. My blood. We believe. We got the same bloodlines in us, mother and father. They have been worse. They have been worse than outside people. So I get it when you say you help them. Yes, mama. Family and friends, you have helped them and you have done for them. And then when you turn around and honey, they would not offer you a glass of wine. not, give you a bottle of water. They wouldn't reach out to you in any type of way. And you've probably helped them over and over and over and over again. That hurts. That hurts. But then when they get in extenuating circumstances or situations, they expect them with no problem at all. No problem. Tooth and nail. They expect for you to help them. So we here, Kiki. I get it. I definitely get it. Cassandra says, I understand that, and it depends on the situation. Very true. Very true. I think that was a good question. Okay. Who wants to do number two? Who wants to ask question number two? Yes, amen. I try to be better sometimes. It's hard. You get sick of being walked on. Exactly. You do. You get tired of being walked on, stomped on, disrespected, all of that. I get it. I get it. We got 15 people in the house. Who want to ask question number two? Hi, Miss Gina, sending you love. Hey, Hollis. Mwah. Back at you. Me, I do. Come on, mother in love. Give us question number two. Come on, question number two. We waiting. And watch, mother love is putting down question number two. Somebody else do number three. Someone else do number three. Come on, we got enough to do. It hurts me. I get it. I'm so sick of this thing. Gonna think. Come in, babe. You ready for school tomorrow?
I'm done.
You done with everything? All right, I'll let Sid know so she can give you your money when she come out the bathroom. All right. So Smileful says it hurts me. So we wait for Mother Love's question. How did you rise above pain from the past? Oh, Hollis, that's a good one. How did you rise above the pain from the past? You know what? Good people, first of all. Good people in praying. Even when I didn't really understand God and I didn't know or didn't see that my prayers were being answered, because my prayers were always being answered. I just didn't always see it. But it was good people that were in my life that would be like, when I would say, I have nobody, I wish I wasn't here. Like I'd be saying to you guys, positive. Cassandra come in here sometimes and be like, oh my, and I said, girl, you here? Aren't you alive? And she said, yes, ma'am. And I said, aren't you well? Because you was well enough. And she might say, I don't feel good though. But no, you were well enough to come on this live because you had to punch in something to see Miss Gina. And she said, you right. I said, then I want to see I'm alive and well. If you ain't gonna say nothing, you can be in pain, your back can be hurting. But if somebody asks you how you doing, you say, I'm alive and well. And so with someone taught me that. And the people that taught me that would say, Gina, and she would say, then you alive and well. That's all you need to be. God else. And so I pray. Huh?
I said I keep stepping on glass in there.
How you Angel didn't get all that glass up. I'm gonna have to here's a piece of tissue. I'm gonna have to sweep that floor and mop it. So they would say you, and I just stayed in prayer. I prayed about everything. And you know what I did? For the most part, I prayed about the other person more than I prayed for myself. So when it would be somebody that was messing with me, I would pray for them harder than myself. When it would be a boyfriend or a relationship that I was in, I would pray for them more than I would pray for myself. And that, for the most part, helped me rise above the pain from my past. That's what helped me, Hollis. That was a very good question. Mother Love said, would be there for a spouse and they don't be there for you in the time of need. That's where conversation is. I've been through that twice. I mean, several times. I've been through that. Oh my God, with my husband so many times, over and over and over. I would always be there for him. and he would never be there for. Can I tell you a little story time, Mother Love? Can I share a little story time with you? Let me share a little story time with you. So there was this situation, right? And my husband was working for this car dealership. And the car dealership, the guy was out of his check. And I said to the guy, if one thing I can do, if I can't do nothing else, God gave me the power, gave me the common sense to add, multiply, and check. You need to know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. You can get through anything. So the guy called himself being slick because at that time my husband was getting, but he was getting Social Security through the job because he had gotten shot. He was a security guard. He had gotten shot. Well, the guy thought he was slick and he said, well, I didn't want to have to call Social Security because I didn't want to get him in trouble. You know what I said to him? I said to the guy, call whoever you want to because he can collect Social Security and he can still work a job. As long as it doesn't go over a certain amount a year, and I think they gave him like 30,000. As long as it didn't go over 30,000 a year or something like that, my husband was good. He could work as long as it exceed 30,000. So I told the dealer guy, I said, we know you ain't paying him that. We know you ain't paying him nowhere near 30,000. So I said to him, we expect the difference on this check immediately. And if you need the number to Social Security, let me give that to you right away. And I said, but I think you already got it. Seems how you on Social Security yourself. See, he was probably on a different Social Security because he was working under the table, right? So I came through and I was there for my husband. When my husband returned from the job the next day, they had then cut him another check. He was like, ooh, baby, you good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, mind you, I'm 11 years older than him. I'm 11 years older than my husband. And often people will say things and everything. And at this particular time, we were going through our struggles. Now I'm getting to where you're talking about where you're there for your husband, but he's not there for you. We had to get some work done in the house. And the guy that came to work on the house said to my husband, oh, well, you could tell your mother, because I'm listening, because I'm in the other room. You could tell your mother such and such, such and such, such and such. And they were working on our bathroom and they had to put the fan in there to dry out the drywall. That's what it was. And so they had to come back out 2 days later after the drywall and everything had dried. So the guy says to my husband, and I'm listening from the living room, because they're in the dining room. No, I'm listening from the living room. They're in the family room. And I'm listening to what this guy says. And so it kind of hurt my feelings because I'm saying to myself, he a grown man. Why wouldn't you correct him and say, oh, excuse me, that's not my mother, that's my wife. Yeah, I will let him know if you want to tell her whatever. Straw that had broken the camel's back, right? So when my husband came to tell me what the guy said, I said, can I ask you something? He said, yeah. I said, when he said, you can tell your mother this, and this, why didn't you correct him? Like, why didn't you say to him, that's my wife? He says to me, you know what he says to me, mother? He says, oh, you want me to go tell him right now? I think I'm talking to you. And if I'm talking to you, why do you need to go back and retell him something that you should have said in the first place? So now I feel less than a woman, less than a wife, because you wouldn't take up for me, you would not protect me, you would not do anything when all you had to do was show this person the respect that I deserved. You see how that works? I told him, because we went to a party, and it was my son so at the time my son might have been maybe 22 or something like that. And we went to this party, and my son is introducing me to everybody. Yeah, this is my mother and woo-woo. And they giving me the utmost respect, right? I takes my husband's hand and I say to them, and this is my husband, such and such. You see how that go? I make them give him respect and demand. You're not going to just speak to me and respect me and X him out like he ain't even there. So I took and I said to him, I said, you remember Tracy's party? You remember that party we went to that Tracy's? He was like, yeah. I said, you remember how when everybody was ignoring you during the beginning and I grabbed you by your hand and I said, and this is my husband, such and such, such and such. And after that, you felt a different type of way. In the beginning, you felt left out. You felt a different type of way. And he said, yeah, you're right, you're right. I said, so let's go. He did? He did a great job. Wow. I said, so I expected the same thing from you. When that man said something, I shouldn't have to say anything to you. You should have had to automatically just say, oh, excuse me, man, let me correct you. That's not my mother, that's my wife. So I get that. We shouldn't have to make our husbands take up for us, stand up for us, or say anything. We should not have to feel like we're unwanted when we making them feel wanted all the time. So I definitely get that. I definitely get that. But a conversation has to be had, mother love. You have to have that conversation and you have to let them know how you feel. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good job. Because I would say that will be hard, mother love, to be there if they're not for me. It is. But you know what, Cassandra? Let me also say about that. Women mature faster than men, and men don't know how. Some men just don't know how. My husband was one of those that never was taught. We back. As I was, didn't know how to demand the respect that I deserved because nobody taught him that. Everything that he knew, everything that he was learning, he learned from me. I had to show him. I had to teach him all of these things. Thank you, Mama. I feel that. Pray for me. I lost my mother today. Oh, my goodness. Lay it down. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Father God, please put your hands above her, cover her. She needs you at this moment. The queen for her. I know that her mom is in a better place and that you're going to take care of her and you're going to watch over, lay it down. The queendom is here for you. Peace be still. God bless the family. God bless the friends, all those around. In Jesus' name, amen. We are so here for you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. And we was praying hard for mom. We were praying hard for her, but she right here. She right here. And she up there. Let me tell you. My sister is there, okay? My father is there, okay? My daughter is there, okay? My grandmother and my grandfather, my aunts and uncles are all up there with the Lord, with our Father. Guess what? My people is meeting her at Heaven's Gate. My family, I know y'all meeting her at Heaven's Gate. Welcome her in. Welcome her in, family. Show her what real about. Show her the ropes, teach her everything that you help her be covered. Help her be an angel to her daughter. I guarantee you it's a lot of loving people up there in heaven with our Father. And your mom is going to be okay. And we are here for you. We are all here for you. That will be hard, mother love, to be there if they are not for me. And you know what, Cassandra? And that will be hard for any person, especially if you're married. If you're married and you're going through that and your spouse is not giving as much as you're giving, it's very hard. It's going to be very hard. Kiki say, rest in paradise will protect you and watch over you. Amen. She is dancing in the sky, sis. She is happy. No pain watching you. She's your angel. Amen. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Definitely. Rest in heaven. Rest in him. Oh, Cassandra, that is so sweet. Cassandra said, email me if you need me. Yes, definitely. Email. Let me put my email in here too. All right. What if you try talking to them and you know how you feel, but still act the way they act? You can't. That is one of the reasons why you can never talk to your spouse if you're angry. You can never talk to your spouse if you're hurting. He can't talk to you if he's mad and angry. Now, you have to take that break, but you can't go to bed mad at each other. You got to talk to him calmly, respectfully. You got to get your feelings across and you got to let him know how you feel. I told my husband all the way to the end, I was just like, I love you. I care for you. Do you want to make this work? Because we can make it work because I'm willing to work it out with you. But I can't do it by myself. And he would say all the time, yes, I want to work it out, Gina. I want us to work it out. I want us to do. But then he'll go tell somebody else some bogus shit about me. And I kept saying, Lord Jesus, show me the light. Let me know if he's lying. Show me whether it's good or bad, no matter how hurtful it can be, because I need to see that. So you have to do the same thing. You have to be honest with him and you have to ask him up front, do you want to save this marriage? Is this marriage worth working on? Is it worth saving? Because if it's not, then we need to part ways now. But if you truly invested in our marriage, then let's work on it. And then what you do is get on your knees and you ask the Lord to show you if he's lying. Show you and tell you the truth if he's lying. Cassandra said, I've been dealing with kinda in the same situation. It's hard. Mine's is stubborn. He doesn't listen. I feel, yeah. And most men don't. Most of them, they figure they're right. They figure you're the problem. Figure you're the one not listening. They figure you're the one with the attitude. They figure you're the stubborn one. That's how most of them is. But you have to let them know, I got feelings just like you. And this ain't working. This ain't working. You can talk to your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, whatever it is, without talking at them and without being disrespectful and hurting their feelings. You gotta let them know that you're hurting, but don't say it in such an angry, disrespectful, piss them off and they're hurting too. That's what you can't do. And that's what most of us women do. We will say stuff and we will be like, did you hear what I said? Did you? No, you ain't listening. You ain't listening to nothing I said. That's the reaction that we give them. So of course they not gonna listen. But if you say to them, damn, babe, I love you, man. I love you and I'm hurting. And I don't want to leave you and I don't want you to leave me. I'm hurting. Can we work this out? I just need for you to listen to me right now. Put your phone away. Just look at me. I mean, sit like I'm looking at, like you guys are in front of me. You sit in front of your husband and you lock eyes and you talk to him in a calm voice and you tell him how you feel. You know what he gonna say? Damn, she different. Damn. This is different. And it's going to make him think. See, men think when you talk to them and not at them. Men go off of your tone. If I'm lying, a man stand up, jump out the bushes of the clouds and tell me I'm lying. They tune you out when you curse them out. They tune you out when you're disrespectful to them. But if you talk to them in an even tone, if you talk to them in a loving tone, in a respectful tone, they will listen. They will suck it in. They will take it in. My son in there all the time. Benjamin do every goddamn thing up under the sun. When I curse his ass out, and I do, because sometimes I just got to get it out of my system. He don't listen. He don't hear. But when I talk to him in a respectful, even tone voice, like today, I said, yesterday I cursed him out again because he didn't put the salt down and because of the snow. Today, when I called him in the room and I said, Ben, can you just go and shovel? It stopped snowing now. Can you shovel the snow for me? You know what he said? Yeah, Mom. And he came back and said, Mom, I shoveled the snow and I put the salt down too. I said, did you get the walk? He said, yeah, I got the whole sidewalk in front. If you talk to them and not at them and not scream at them and not be disrespectful in your tone, in your words, your message, they will take it in a different way. Promise you. I promise you, Cassandra and Mother Love, they would start listening. They would start listening. Sometimes we got to do things differently. We got to start doing it. That is exactly what we got to do. I don't come at him rude or bitchy and it don't work. You've been trained for years, Mama. I feel to talk to him. I text. That you ain't texting. That's being disrespectful. That's rude. It's rude to talk to him. And you may not think you not coming at him, bitchy. Guess what? We all do. I guarantee you tell me, and I'm going to be honest with you, what you want to hear. You want to hear, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm a woman. Woman, you a woman. You can't tell me you don't come to him, bitchy, because we all do it. And that's why he not listening. Because your level of bitchiness is different than his level of bitchiness. You know they say that nice nasty. You can be nice nasty and it could still come off as bitchiness to him. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it 100. You can be nice nasty and it comes off to him as bitchiness. That's the only, I'm going to tell you when men don't listen. Men don't listen when they feel that they is being treated like a child, when they feel that they're being disrespected, and when they feel that they are not listened to. That's what a man feels like. That's why so many of us have to cater to their needs. That's why so many of us have to fall back and say, you right, babe, you got this. And then we go in our room or the bathroom and be like, damn, this motherfucker didn't feel nothing that I was saying. But you agreed and you gave in because you wanted him to feel okay. We've all done it. And we do it so much that breaking point, we fucking blow up and we don't realize we blowed up. You know how many times I've said to my husband, I wasn't bitchy. What you talking about? And my kids will come back and say, yeah, Ma, you was being a bitch. Because we don't see it. It takes somebody else to tell you. Our children, they will come back in a minute and say, yeah, Ma, you was being you was being a bitch. That was wrong that you said, Ma. That was wrong. You ain't have to go off on that man like that. You didn't have to say such and such like that. That's true. Let me see. Deserve to be loved, you do, and held and told I am important and all that stuff, you know, and you do. And that's what you got to say to him, babe. And you got to say it to him in a loving, caring way. You have to say to him, babe, talk to you. He might be busy. And just fix him something. Fix him a drink. Fix him a drink. Fix him something. Make him wonder, oh, shit, what's wrong with her? She being too nice. Be really nice and say, baby, can I talk to you? And then sit in front of him. Say, babe, can you just like turn your phone off? Because I really need your attention. And make sure the phone is off. Make sure the TVs is off. Everything. And sit at him face to face, head to head, eye to eye. And how you feel. And say it in a nice, calming, loving voice. And let him know you want to be hugged. You want to be told you're pretty. You want to be shown some attention. Say, babe, I ain't mad at you. I'm not fussing at you or nothing. I just want you to know that my feelings are hurt. My feelings are. Sometimes guys don't get that. Sometimes guys think that if they just brought you in a box of candy, or if they brought you in your favorite bag of chips, ooh, we all good. Because you said, thank you, babe. I've been looking for these chips for a long time. But really, what you wanted was some hanky-panky. What you wanted was to watch a movie with him and just cuddle. But you settled for those bag of cookies, or box of cookies, a bag of chips. That because we let things ride and we let things go until it gets to the level and to the point that we are pissed off. Kiki says exactly. That's what we do. We do it all the time. Lay it down, say that's real talk. You just have to come at it a different way. Hey, Janae Wilson. Hey, love. Hey, Queendom, she says. He will change for the longest been a week, then back to the same thing. When you start to see that change, let me ask you this. Is he worth fighting for? Is he worth fighting for? Do you want to keep your marriage? Do you want to stay with this man? Because if you do, if he's worth fighting for, are you still in love with him? Not love him. I'm sorry, y'all. Because if you do love him and you are in love with him and he's worth fighting for, then when you see that it's work, you got to put in work, baby. You got to put in work. You got to stay at him. You said we can't talk to each other. I shut down. I've always been that way. Then you got to change. What did I just say? We do so much to try to change them, but we got to say to ourselves, I got to change. I need to change. You have to change. When you shut down, baby, guess what you're doing? You're shutting your whole marriage down. When you shut down, you're shutting down your entire relationship. If that man is your love and all your support and everything feels that you want to fight for him, you have got to change. You've got to change. I'm not going to get on him because he going to do what he going to do. You got to make a change. If you shut down, then you're willing to give up. Then why are you complaining? I say this to women all the time. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go back. Let me share something with you guys. I was on my Facebook page. I used to do Facebook Live, and I used to talk about relationships every day after 12. After 12 o'clock, I used to do relationship talk on Facebook. Maybe I'll start doing it on here. And one night, I was talking to everybody. I was on the LGBTQ channel. I was on one of those platforms. And I got to talking about, and I was talking about relationship, and I was saying, you all get mad every time, whether it's your woman, your man, your feet, whatever, and y'all say, he don't do nothing. He ain't gonna do this. He don't take the garbage out. He complains and this and that. I'm sick of this motherfucker. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da. And I said, you don't do anything yourself to try to rectify the situation. Us as women will go and talk about that man to 1,000 different people. We'll go and talk about that woman to 1,000 different other people, except for the person that we need to talk to. So I said, if you told your significant other, and I'm just going to say, because this can work either way. If you've told your significant other, your spouse, to take the garbage out every day for a week, and they have not got the garbage, tied it up, put a new fresh garbage, and set it at the door. And then when he come in, babe, I asked you to take the garbage out for a week, but you know what I did? I tied it up and everything. Since you just come in, can you go and throw that out? Can you that's helping. That's a two-way relationship. Stop complaining. The same way with cooking. You could tell that man could say, babe, what you cooking? Is you gonna cook some steak? And you said, no, I forgot to take the steaks out. And then he mad. His friends, damn, I've been asking her for a fucking week to just cook me a steak. She won't cook me a steak. She won't make burgers. She won't do this. And every time, and then your boy said, well, then, damn, why she say she ain't do it? Did she just don't want to cook for you? She said she ain't take it out. Well, instead of complaining about what don't do, how about the night before you take out the steaks or you take out the burgers and you put it on the counter or in the sink or in the fridge, and then before you leave for work, you say, babe, guess what, babe? I took out the steaks and everything. They're gonna be unthawed by this evening. Can you just throw that on the grill? Can you just throw that on the stove? That's working together. That's showing that person you love them instead of you talking at them. Instead of you getting on their case, you're trying to do something to work it out. And then if she didn't cook it by the time you got home, you don't, instead of cursing her out, because she probably was dealing with the children. She probably was job. She probably was dealing with a bunch of other crazy shit, and the steaks is still sitting in the sink. Well, instead of you complaining, how about you take the steaks out the sink, rinse them off, season them all up and everything, and put them on a plate and say, babe, you know what I did? I seasoned them up for you. I did everything. All you got to do is throw them in the oven, broil them. Do that thing that you do. Do that fabulous thing that you do, babe. And I even took out a box of macaroni and cheese or rice. That's working together. So, this couple, the LGBTQ, it was a woman, a female couple. Her wife was walking in from work. She said, Miss Gina, could you say what you just said again now that my wife is home? I said, what? I said a whole bunch of stuff. She said the thing you was talking about this with the steaks and the garbage. I said, oh, sure. She said, I want you to say everything. Come in. Come in.
Mom, send it to if you can change the heat. You can cut on the heat.
Cut it on, up or down?
Up.
Yeah, that's fine. She asked me, she said, can you say that same? Yeah, I do.
The front just close the door.
No, he said what he had to say to me, and then he did. Pour out the water and then keep the ice.
Okay.
Or you could just put fresh ice in. He said to me, can you say that same exact thing? He said, because my wife need to hear this. I mean, she said, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm being so disrespectful. I'm sorry. She said, Miss Gina, can you say that same thing that you said about the steaks and about the garbage? Because my wife needs to really hear this. And I said it again. And everybody was in, honey, I went from having like 5 people to 50 people in my chat real quick. Come in.
Mom, Cindy said she could just get the heater. Because she downstairs on the TV.
She downstairs on the...
Hold on.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I did drunk.
So, she said, can you say all this? There's a lot of us that have those same issues, but we're not willing to work them out. We're not willing to do what it takes to work them out. And you don't have to argue and complain about what your significant other is not doing. Why don't you do something to help make it better? We don't fight for what we used to fight for. We complain. The women back in the day, your grandmothers and all of them, they never talked at their husbands like that. They never disrespected their husbands and men like that. If the husbands and men didn't do something, you know what the wives did? They took an extra yard and they helped them and they reminded them, babe, the garbage is at the door. Can you just take that out when you walk out the door? And he said, sure, sweetheart. And there was no fighting. That's called communication. Sometimes we have to change ourselves and stop trying to change them. Because that's what my daughter has been telling him. He don't act right with me and it's not okay. But that's not your daughter's business. That's not your daughter's business. That's your business. She shouldn't have to tell him how he's treating you and what he's doing and what's not doing. That's not her business. See, that makes that situation between you and him even worse. It doesn't make it better. You tell him that. Write him a letter. Talk to him. Like I said, if you love him, and your relationship is worth fighting for, you should have told your daughter when your daughter did that. You should have told your daughter stay in a child's place. That's not your business. See, that's what we get twisted up. I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. That's what we get mixed up because it's always kids and grown up shit. It's always kids doing stuff and telling stuff. That wasn't none of her business. That I wouldn't even give a damn if she was grown. That still ain't her business. What my daughter look like telling my that he ain't right for me or he ain't treating me right. That's for me to tell him, and I'm still with him. You still with him, right? Y'all still living together, right? So he doing something right that you ain't left him yet. Because if he wasn't, you be ready to pack up and leave. So that's not her place. That's not her place. Feel you, mom. I feel you, mama. If you love him, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When my man comes, when my king come, I ain't gonna be arguing about when daddy come home and he be talking about the job is stressed out, bathwater. I told you how was your day when he starts snapping and say, oh, we ain't gotta talk about. Do you want a massage or do you want a back rub or a feet rub? If he say, I just want to eat and go to sleep, I'm going to say, well, what would you like to eat? Because your dinner is in the oven. If you don't like that, if that's not good enough for you, I'll make you something else. I'm telling you, if he is worth all that, Cassandra, you change. Stop trying to change him and stop trying to blame him for shit because a lot of the shit ain't on them. It is us. If you especially it is your duty to make sure that man is smiling and not put more stress. I'm just saying. Somebody tell me if I'm saying wrong. If you are an at-home wife, it's duty especially to make sure that that man comes home to a stress-free house. Ain't no reason why he should be coming home stressed the fuck out and he's stressed out at work and you wondering why y'all communication problem is not there. It's not there because you ain't getting. How about you stop worrying about the attention that you ain't getting and you start giving him some attention? You start giving him some extra attention. Rub his feet. Rub his feet till he falls asleep. Do you guys know that passion is in the mind before you even get physical? See, that's what a lot of you young people don't even know. All y'all know is this. All y'all know is jumping on something and jumping into something until you have an orgasm. The best orgasm in the world is when you can fuck a motherfucker back to how they're able to in the head. Did you see on the Mac when he had all the women looking up at the light show and he was in their head? Do you not know as a woman, if you get into a man's head, you got everything lock and barrel. You got his soul. You got his loyalty. You got everything. But you got to show him that you that bottom bitch. You gotta be that bottom bitch. You're supposed to be the head bitch in charge. Act like a goddamn bottom bitch if you want him to be a bottom nigga. If you want him to be the nigga to give you all the attention, to show you he love you and care for you, you gotta show him something. Stop treating him like he a piece of shit. Stop downing him and degrading him because he's getting all of that and more. He's getting all of that and more out in the streets, at the job. On 4%. It was going. Kiki said, you can't shut down, beautiful. That's how they find the weakness, that they can say anything bad to you. Have you shut down? You need to speak up on how you feel in a positive way. Exactly. And it's got to start with that communication though. It depends on how if you communicate the right way, he gonna listen. If you communicate the wrong way, it's gonna go in one ear out the other. He ain't gonna intake none of that. That's exactly what has happened for all these years in just put to the side and ignore. It's been over 10 years. And it's that tells me right there you want to work it out. If this consistently for 10 years and you ain't, then you love them and it's worth waiting for. It's worth fighting for because you already been waiting. You've been waiting 10 years. So then you change. You change. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You have to change. Smile for say, please accept my for the loss of your mother. God, give us the gift of mothers to provide comfort and support. God can still provide that for you now in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen, love. Thank you for that. Amen. 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 I have a lot of hurt inside, and you do, and you have to release it. You have to release it. You gotta let it go. And the first step in letting that hurt go on the inside is talking about it. I had so much hurt inside me. People say, like she asked me, how was I able to get past that? Talking about it, talking to people, praying about it, asking God every day to soften my heart. But I don't keep nothing inside. Sometimes I talk to you guys. I get up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and I will come and talk to you guys. And y'all tell me, Miss Gina, don't stress. It's gonna get better. We praying for you. And because sometimes I need to hear some stuff. I need to hear. So you gotta out. And if he don't change, then don't say if, say when he's going to change. See, you already speaking that into existence. If your mind is already thinking that he may not change, that's how the situation is going to go. Say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow all these steps, Mom. And when he change, I'm going to be screaming hallelujah to the top of my lungs. That's how you got to look at it. That's exactly it. Because he can change. Guess what? You've been with him for 10 years. Don't forget he been with you for 10 years too. He ain't left. Man's left, baby. Man's left. Left me and these kids for another family. You understand what I'm saying? When I still was trying to, not only was I trying to work it out, I begged for him to come back. Oh, yes. I even begged for him to come back to me. And he left us. Yours didn't leave. So if he didn't leave, he's willing and he wants to work it out because he wants to be with you. And you want to be with him. Did you talk to Lovely Love today? Yes, I did. I spoke to her today. I have a question for you, Miss Gina. What's your question, Smileful? Kiki says, my aunt would say, if they hungry, they will help. If they don't, you cook food for one person yourself. Come on now. Come on now. Exactly what we tell her. She don't listen. Then you got to make her listen. You got to let her know we ain't playing. I ain't playing. This ain't your are my husband's kids. But the one thing my older children never did was they never got in the middle of our stuff. They never, even when I went to talk to them about, they never got in the middle of our business. They never went to him or said, you treat my mama wrong, you doing this. Because you know what, at the most part is, I'm still with him. I was still with him at that. I didn't leave him. If he left for a week or a couple of days, we was back together. So they never got in. When we broke up completely, my son was still asking about him. My oldest son would be like, Mom, where your husband at? Like, what the hell you talking about? Where your husband at? He ain't too far behind. I said, dude, we ain't been together in like 2 months. Oh, that wasn't long enough. Come 6 months. Mom, where your husband at? I don't know. Mom, where your husband at? I know y'all back together by now, dude. It's been 6 months. We ain't back. It literally took me being away from him a whole year before my son finally realized we was done. His kid's mom had to tell him, dude, we ain't heard from him. My mama ain't heard from him. He don't come around. The kids ain't seen him. And he was in shock. He was in shock because what do we do as women? We always go back to him and we take him back. But he was in shock. But he never got in the middle of our relationship. He never, ever got in the middle of that because he knew that wasn't his place. We tell her she don't listen to shit. We tell her she bad. How old is she, Cassandra? Yes, they close too. He actually talks to her. Exactly. That's not her place. Thank you, Kiki. Yes, exactly. I put him up every day. I tell him I love him, how sexy he is, how thankful I am for him. But I deserve something back. I don't change. All together for 23 years now. And if you've been together for 23 years now and you still not feeling wanted, then it is time to go. It is time to go. It is time to move on. If you don't see no change and you say you're doing everything that you're doing for him and to make him feel loved and to make him feel special, if you're doing all of this and you're not getting anything back, then baby, it's time to go. Because guess what? Somebody getting that. If you're doing all of this and you're being honest about what you're saying and you're not getting no attention back, somebody's getting that attention. Ain't no man gonna just come home every day for 23 years and not get his ego stroked. It just don't happen. It just don't happen. Gina, my boyfriend said the man still have responsibilities of the situation. The man always, that's a given. Tell your boyfriend that's a given. We ain't talking about the man's responsibility. We're talking about how he feels when his woman talks to him. So you mean to tell me, you ask your boyfriend, you mean to tell me that if you talk like shit, he's still gonna fulfill his responsibilities because he full of shit? Ain't no man gonna do that. He gonna fulfill his responsibilities because he's feeling wanted. He's feeling loved. He's feeling encouraged. He's not going to do that if he's not feeling something from you. There is no way, no man gonna let some woman come in there and talk to him any kind of way because her feelings are hurt. And he still got responsibilities. That just don't happen. Especially to no black man. That just don't happen. Not in the real world. It does not happen. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear, not what you need. That we all know that's a given, that any man and all men lives with a woman and has children with her, he has responsibility. Wax all those single mothers that when they didn't do what they should do, is they still getting anything. Even after they broke up, my husband is still legally my husband, baby. He still legally has responsibilities to me and his children. But is he fulfilling any of that? I got 3 boys graduating from high school. I don't get $1. I'm not getting $1. And he knows this is, and 2 of them knows this is his responsibility. But you can't make a man be a man. You cannot make a man be a man. A real stand-up man is going to fulfill those responsibilities regardless. Regardless. But 90% of them are not. 90% of them are not. We care about you, Miss Gina. Thank you, Hollis. I appreciate that. Thank you, love. Would you ever be a talk show host here on the radio? I would, Smaleful. Relationship, because I'm real honest about relationships. I'm real honest, and I see it from both sides. I don't just side with the woman because I'm a woman. I'm not gonna do that. That's why I always tell the women, y'all may not like what I'm gonna hear, and a lot of them don't like it because I see the man's part of view. I see it. I was that woman. I was that woman that used to badger him and talk about him and tell him he wasn't shit, and to tell me, Gina, he's a man, and you got to talk to him like he's a man and not a little boy. You don't know what he went through at work. You don't know. Cassandra said herself that the job is draining him. The job is changing his personalities. You know how many men go through that every day? Long periods, long jobs I know. I work with a lot of them every day, and they talk to me and they tell me, man, Gina, I've been doing this stuff. They've been cleaning toilets all day, fixing toilets and doing this and that. And they go home and they say, man, she don't even say hi. She don't even wake up and say, man, how was work? You see how that go? Because she might be tired. She might have been with the children. You ask her, Babe, why you ain't ask me how my day went? And he said, well, she was tired. She was asleep, or she was dealing with the kids all day. I don't give a fuck. I dealt with the kids. You know what I did? I used to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. You know why? Because I wanted to make myself look presentable before I would wash my face. And I ain't saying putting on wigs and 10 pounds. No, I wanted to be presentable. I wanted to look decent. I would get up, brush my hair, wash my face, maybe put a little bit lip gloss on and everything. And when he get up, he'd be like, dang, babe, you look nice. Because don't no man want to see your head wrapped up and you looking all crazy every day, all day. You can get, if I can do it and I had 9 kids in the house, you can do it at least once a week, at least twice a week. That's why, and then they get mad when the man attention is somewhere else. And most men say it's because she don't fix herself up no more. A lot of the men, when they go to strip clubs and they go to whole houses and stuff, they don't go to do anything. If you ask those women, the honest women, they gonna tell you we talked. They counselors. Most of them get paid to talk. When I did foot fetishes, my feet would be laid in some man's lap while he playing with my feet, and all he did was talk about his wife. All he talked about was how his wife didn't respect him. All he talked about was his disrespectful ass kids. That was the most thing that, and when that bell rang, I'd be like, okay, time's up. I cut it short because for me, it's about business. But for him, and he would say, thank you. He would be like, what would it cost if I just wanted to just talk to you for another 30 minutes? Because most of them just need to talk and get the stuff chest because they go through this so much. And us as women always feel that we are in the right, that we didn't do wrong. The men, I said this before and I will say this again, the man always get blamed for everything because that is how society has already put. He a cheater. Once a cheater again, girl, he ain't shit. Ain't that the first thing your friends tell you to do? The first thing your friends gonna tell, girl, I'll leave his ass. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take, but then where your man at? Half the time these hoes ain't got no man. Half the time the piece of shit man that they do got, they taking care of them. But they gonna tell you, girl, I wouldn't take all the, girl, he don't talk to you and say nothing to you, but he paying off. No. Is your gas off? No. Is he bringing? Yes. Is he paying for the kids' school? Do the kids got shoes on their feet? He's doing everything that he can do, but give attention to you, and that's what you complaining about. When all you got to do is give him a little bit more attention and talk to him about it. Be honest. Be loyal. Babe, you do everything right. Babe, you a good provider. We don't stroke their egos. Men don't get their ego stroked, but it's always a woman that want her stroke. These women that want all these attention, this is why men don't want y'all asses no more. Boobs and shit, you're pumping up the ass and shit, you pumping up the lips, you doing all of this, and then when he only with you for 5 minutes, you mad because he didn't went and got another bitch and that bitch butt ugly, and you wondering why he loved that butt ugly woman, dirty draws. You know why he love her dirty draws? Because she natural. Everything she do is natural. Her conversation is natural. Her looks is natural. Her love and her encouragement is natural. That's why he go for her. Y'all don't get it. They don't understand it. Hey, Designs by Love, welcome. My boys don't either. My daughter don't care. Whatever, she don't care. She's one of them. She is our trouble child. She's 21. Then she grown. You got to let her go. Let me tell you something. When Maz turned 18, I was done. You still a mama. If she 21, oh girl, bye. You have to demand respect as the parent, not cater and fall into the respect that she wants. Because she grown. Miss Gina, you don't do stream. I do stream. Sometimes I don't like it, but I do it. I do it a lot. But we got a storm out here in Chicago, and out where I stay, the suburb, it's storming. So it's messing with our cable signals. He said yes. He said yes about what? Because I asked a whole bunch of questions, Sassy. He said, I left my children father at 17 years being together because he was disrespectful to me and would never work. I was the money maker, and every time I would come home from work, he would ask by so I was done with him in all and never understood how I felt about our relationship. I get it. What work your husband do, Cassandra? Kiki says what Kiki asked the question, what work does he do? And and I get it, because some jobs can be stressful. All jobs can be stressful in a way. I mean, my job that I do every day is stressful. I get I get cursed out if a boyfriend that I come home to and snap on, or that I could come home to and say, baby, oh, my back hurting. I just need somebody. I need to get in some hot water. Like, I don't have anybody do it. My kids, when they see my ankles are swollen, my feet, they say, Ma, you want me to run some hot water? I have them to do that. I don't have anybody else. So those of you all that do, you blessed. You're blessed. And if it's worth working out, work it out. If it's worth talking to, talk it out. But if it's been 10 years, 20 years, baby, don't do it no more. If you don't have love for him no more, don't. It's my very good friend said to me, leave your husband ever. She said, if you are still in love with him and you want to fight for your husband, she said, girl, I'm right there in the ring with you. I will back you up 100%. She said, but if you are not in love with him and you are staying with him before the kids, if you are staying with him because you want them to have a father, and you not staying with him because you still love him and you just want your husband, she said, don't do it. She said, don't do it, because you ain't doing nothing but asking for more problems and more trouble. She said, let me ask you this question. That's why I asked you, Cassandra. Because that question was asked to me. Do you still love your husband? Are you in love? Love for him, love him because y'all got kids together. Are you still in love with your husband? When that question was posed to me, I was not. I said, nope. I didn't stutter. I didn't pause. I said, nope, I'm not in love with him anymore. I wasn't. It was gone. I was not in love with him. To this day, I love him because we got kids. I love him because that's who I picked. But in love with him? No. That's when I knew it was over. That's when I knew my relationship is over. That's why I asked you. Y'all been together 23 years. You've been going through this for 10 years. Are you in love with your husband? Because if you are no longer in love with him, if you feel he's no longer in love with you, then it's time to end it. But if you are truly in love with your husband and you think he's still in love with you, then fight. Then fight for it. I help you fight for it. Girl, if we got to pray every day, honey, if we got to get husbands and family prayers every day, I'm going to be the first one right there with you, praying about it. Let me see. Smileful said, good night, everyone. I have class and basketball practice tomorrow. All right, love. He runs an emissions auto sales shop. He does it all. Owner is his best friend and an alcoholic. Wow. So that's why he got a lot of stress. Thanks, Mama. I needed this. You welcome. It was a reason. I tell you, it was a reason for us to have the Q&A today. It was a reason. And look, and it wound up being about relationships. So we just needed it. And we're going to do it again next Sunday. So every Sunday, we're going to do questions and answers with the Queendom. And if you want to remain anonymous and you have a great question, all you got to do is email me. That's it. That's all you got to do is email. On that note, I love you guys. I got to go get ready for work. This is my dinner. I got to get my clothes out for work in the morning and take my butt to bed. I shall see you guys in the morning. Mwah. I love you guys. I love you. more. Nobody told y'all that they love you. Miss Gina loves you. Stay positive and support somebody else. Let them know you love them and care about them, and have a talk with them. Have a conversation with them. Ta-ta for now.